1st of September, Rabbi Levitt, Gemora.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Okay, Lou's back.
Lou's back. Lou, you want to take over the reading of the Gemora?
Okay. We are on
8b.
on the base.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Ikadamri.
Ikeda Amre.
Yeah, that's what you said.
That's where I had my mark.
Ikadamri. Yeah, it's 2 words before what you said.
2 words before Ikadamri.
No, he wanted to. He said 2 words after that, but Ikadamri is right. We're up to the Ikadamri.
Okay, read from there, Ikadamre. Read from Ikadamre then.
Okay.
That's where you go.
There are some that say, Amar le Abaye Rav Yosef. Abaye said to Rav Yosef, Hecha Hashit. Excuse me. Mar Rachov Miyoshev. How can master derive a law regarding a rider regarding one sitting in a wagon? Yoshev lo tafes be mosera. Someone sitting in a wagon does not take hold of the animal's bridle. Rachov tafis b'mo seira, but the rider does take hold of the animal's bridle. Amar lei, he said to him, that is, Rav Yosef said to Abaye, Haki Tana Idi. This is what Idi taught in a brisa. Mosera lo kane. A person taking hold of a bridle does not acquire. So therefore, it doesn't make any difference whether he's holding it or not, I guess is the point.
Right. Okay. So if so, then you would be able to derive what the din is from the case of Yoshev, because Yoshev doesn't have any advantage over Rachuv. The sitter in the wagon doesn't have any advantage over the rider on the animal, because all the rider on the animal is doing is, or at least that's not an advantage that he has. This that he's holding on to the bridle doesn't make any difference. Okay, so let's see. Do you have any Rashi on this? Yeah. Yeah, I don't remember actually that we did this up to here. I thought we did up until Amrle Abayla Rav Yosef. Okay.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm just looking at that and I don't recognize it. I don't remember reading it.
Yeah.
I remember reading the lines above it when Shmuel switched. I think that's where we finished. Shmuel did the switch. I think that's where we stopped.
Right. That's where we stopped. Okay, so
You want me to go back and read Amar Le Abaye?
yeah,
The Rav Yosef. Abaye said to Rav Yosef, Ha Zimnin Sagiin Amras Lan Nechze Anan. But many times you have taught us this proof, beginning with the words, we shall see. Lo Amras Lan Mishmei to Rav Yehuda. And you did not report it to us in the name of Rav Yehuda.
all right, just a second. And okay, sorry. Okay, so yeah, let's so you were reading.
Okay. So I don't really understand because it's referring back above to this phrase, we shall see.
Yeah,
I'm not sure what the point is.
okay, so right. So nexe anam literally means let's look into this. Let's take a look. Let's see. So we said this above. Rav Yosef that Rav Yosef said Amali Rav Yehuda that Rav Yehuda said to me as follows. Nexe anam. Let's look into this. And he was discussing the Mishnah about the Mishnah in Klayim. Remember the Mishnah in Klayim talking about plowing with two different species of animals, shor v'chamor, and so what did we say over there? We concluded, like you said, that that Shmuel switched around the view of that we have in the Mishnah. He switched it around to say that the Chachamim, the majority opinion, is the one that patters the one who is Yosef B'Koron, the one who's sitting in the wagon.
Right.
And Rashi explained that because the one that's sitting in the wagon is not doing anything. So since he's not doing anything, it's not called that he's doing any anything forbidden with the two animals, and it would also be called that he's not doing anything with regard to making an acquisition in the animal that was pulling the wagon. And so that the Gemora concluded with that, Shma mina rachuv lechude lokone. So, in other words, we concluded that the rider on the animal, if he would be riding himself, lokone, he's not acquiring. He doesn't do any acquisition. Kol shekain, that he doesn't do any acquisition. Bimkom manhig, if in addition to him riding on the animal, there's a manhig who's leading the animal. All the more so he won't acquire anything. The one who will acquire will be the manhig. He's doing the kinyan meshicha. Okay, so So what is this all about? Ha zimnin sagin. Zimnin sagin means there a Rashi on that? Zimnin sagin. Yeah. Let's take a look at the Rashi.
Rashi is where?
Rashi, Divrei Maskil Baha, Zimnin Sagin Amart. This is like
Vaha Zimnin Magin
Sagin.
Sagin. Wait a second. I don't Zaminin Sagin. Okay.
Zimnin Sagin Amart.
Okay. Ha Ziman Sagin.
Right.
Let's okay. I'm trying to get the words. The Ziman Sagin.
Oh. So okay, so it looks like Rashi doesn't explain to us what the word itself, what that expression itself means, but Zimin Sagin means Zimnin is times, and Sagin means like a very sufficient number of times, meaning it's a polite way of saying a lot of times. And a lot of times, Amar, you said, and Rashi's explaining what it was that he said a lot of times.
Vaha Shemashtin
Shmaisin,
that you made it, the rulings, Nechazi, that he grabs it.
Next say Anan, that's this expression. Next say is to see, is to look. Anan, let's look. Let's look. In other words, let's look into this din. Okay. So this is take a look at the rest of what the Gemora says over here. Ha zimnin sagin amart lon nexe anan, amart lon mishmei the Rabbi Yehuda. So it's a technical point over here. Abayas saying to Rabbi Yosef, look, you Rabbi Yosef, what did you say just now? You said Amar li Rabbi Yehuda nexe anan. You said you attributed this statement of nexe anan. Let's look into this matter and take a look at this din with the Mishnah in Klayim and the writer and all of that and the sitter in the Agalah and all of that. And he's not doing anything. But you Zinin Sagin many times Amar Lan Nexe Anan. This Nexe Anan that refers to that case with the Mishnah and Klein. But then he continues and he says, "V'lo Amar Lan Mishmei the Rabbi Yehuda." But you never tell us that the one that really said the Nexe Anan and did the calculation with the Gemora in the Mishnah in Bechoros over there, or not Bechoros, sorry, in Klayim, made a mistake. You never told us that the really the one that did it was Rabbi Yehuda. You never mentioned Rabbi Yehuda. Okay. So that's what he's. Then that's the next Rashi. Amart Lan.
Where are we up to? The next Rashi is. No, we said Amrat. You didn't say to him. Anan.
You didn't say to us.
The mishpat. that he's relied on in terms of mishpat, the judge, Sveiko, with the doubt, the Rav Yehuda, according to Rav Yehuda. According to law, is a doubtful law, according to Rav Yehuda.
So he's saying, Amartlan, and you didn't tell us. That this was in the name of Rav Yehuda. So Rashi says, Ella, what did you tell us? Ella mishmecha. But you said it to us in your name. Meaning to say, like you said, I made the following calculation with this Mishnah in Kalayim, right? The mishpat sveiko, to be poshet, to resolve sveiko the Rav Yehuda, to resolve the suffix that Rav Yehuda had. Okay, so it's like so far it sounds like it's a just a very technical point that Abaya is saying to Rabbi Yosef. You never told us that Rabbi Yehuda was the one who himself used this answer his question. You made it sound like you were the one that was answering you made this calculation. You didn't attribute it to Rabbi Yehuda. Okay, now Rabbi Yosef has got some words for Abaye. Let's see what he says to him.
Okay. Amar le, Rabbi Yosef answered Abaye. Ivra, true. Ude char nan nami de amri le. And I remember also that I said to him, that is, I said to Rabbi Yehuda, Hechi Hashit Mar Rachov Miosh Ev. How can master derive a rider from a sitter? In other words, these two cases are different. It's apples and oranges. How are you relating them? He asked.
Right.
Yoshev lo tafis b'mo seirah. Oh, I read this already. One who's sitting does not hold the bridle. Rachov tafis b'mo seirah, and one who's riding does hold the bridle. And the answer is Amar li, Rav Yehuda answered, Rav Ushmuel de Amrei Tarvaihu. Rav and Shmuel both say, Mosera lo kane. The person taking hold of a found animal's bridle does not acquire the animal through his action. So since holding the bridle is not a significant fact, then it doesn't disqualify us from comparing. Even though one's holding and one's not, they're both the same because holding doesn't mean anything.
Right. So therefore, just like Shmuel, just like Rashi explained that Shmuel said that the sitter, the Yoshev, because that's what the Mishnah over there in where is it again? In Klein was talking about a Yoshev, just like he's not doing anything. So the Rochev, the writer, is also not doing anything, because the only difference between them, the only difference that he told them was that the writer, he's holding on to the Mosera, he's holding on to the bridle, but Rabbi Yehuda is answering him back and saying, but Rav and Shmuel, they both agree that Mosera Lokoni, holding on to the bridle, does not create any kinyan whatsoever. So therefore therefore I'm justified in bringing this statement of Shmuel as a proof for my what I want to resolve the issue of what's the din of the writer, the Rochev. Okay, so that was the discussion, and now we got an Ikeda Amre, meaning we got another version of the discussion. How did the story play out? Ikeda Amre.
Ikeda Amre. There are some say, Amar lei Abaye Rav Yosef. Abaye said to Rav Yosef, Hechi Pashit Mar Rachov Miyoshev. How can master derive the law of somebody who is riding from one who is sitting in the wagon? Yoshev lo tafes bimo seira. Someone sitting does not take hold of the animal's bridle. Rachuv tafis b'mosera. The rider does take hold of the bridle. Amar lei, Rav Yosef answered Abaye, Hachi Tana Edi. This is what Edi taught in a brisa. Mosera lo kane. Taking hold of the bridle does not acquire. So it's basically the same point.
Yeah. The only difference is that the first time he quoted Rav and Shmuel, saying that holding the bridle doesn't accomplish a kinyan, and in the Ikeda Amre, he quoted a different chacham. He quoted someone named Edi that said so.
Right. Also, the second version is a little bit less confrontational. It just says this is the law. It doesn't say, how can you say this because whatever.
Oh, he didn't say Heiki Pashit Mar. Okay.
Right.
He did say Heiki Pashit Mar. He said that in the Ikeda Amre too. He said it.
Said that in the first half of it. Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
but he didn't. So that's the thing. The second half didn't mention this whole business with. Did you mention the Rabbi Yehuda? He was the one that brought this Mishnah in Klein.
Right.
Doesn't get into that. But the bottom line is the same. Yep. Okay. Now we go to Phil. Phil has got some Rashis to read over here.
Starting which one now?
Let's see, which one do we got now? Ibra.
Ibra. Ibra. Okay. Okay, see the word Ibra. Want to figure out what is the meaning of the word Ibra again? Ibra.
Ibra, Rashi translates the word to mean emesu.
Ibra emisu, so it's saying the truth.
Emes, he's acknowledging the
he's agreeing to
the
it.
comment of Abaye.
That he
You're
said,
right.
Right, we will see it. If there's a chor and I am merit shemarti that I remember that I did say Heishi Harpshot that here is how it explained Mar the master explained Rochev Miyushav the Quran about the rider who's sitting in the wagon.
Right. So he's saying, oh yes, I remember that you're right. He was the one actually who said Nexe Anan, meaning Nexe Anan, let's look into this. And then he brought the Mishnah in Climb. And then he answered him back and said, one second, how when this Mishnah in Climb is talking about somebody sitting in the cabbage, not in the cabbage, in the carriage. The carriage, in the but what our issue is, what about the one who's riding on the animal? It's not a good you can't compare them because this one is holding the bridle, he's got more control, and the one who's sitting in the carriage, he definitely is doing absolutely nothing. True. But the one who is riding on the animal, he's doing more than that. He's holding on to the bridle.
Yeah. He has an old French word for the bridle here. The musira. He says a kabi star.
Oh yeah.
But I don't understand old French, so that doesn't help me.
Yeah, right. Well, we have the art scroll.
But then the musira enu koned, if he's holding the bridle, that's not considering koned of acquiring it. The Metzia
Right.
that he with a found object ad sheyoli chenu until he goes with it. The ta'akor yad and he picks up yad verego, the hand verego on the foot. Even though the mechira, if he purchased it, kani, he would require get the tanan that we learned in kedushin. Behema gasa, a big behema, niknes is acquired be mesira with transferring over lagabi and metzia low kind of, in terms of finding an object. That's not a way of doing a kinyan. It doesn't acquire it. Could the Amrima in time of the reason, well, come on, Bishma'at that we will be explaining later on in our discussion, how he explains it.
Yeah, so Rashi's bringing up a question, even though it's true, like our Gemora is saying right now, that holding on to the bridle is not is not a kinyan, but that's only in the case of Metzia, finding a lost item. But in the case of Mechira, buying and selling something, you're buying something from the seller who owns it, and so in order to make a kinyan as a buyer, it would be sufficient, Rashi says. He quotes the Gemora to make this the nickness b'mesira. It's acquired through mesira, through getting control of the bridle. But when it comes to Metzia, when it comes to finding an object which is lying there hefker or standing there hefker, whatever it is, lo koni, that's not an acquisition. In time b'shmaisim, and the Gemara is going to explain, well, what's the reason why it doesn't work when it comes to Metzia. Okay, so that takes care of that, and then Rashi's got a Dibur Maska by the Ikeda Amre. If we have any time for that,
No, we're out of time.
we are out of time. Okay.
Thank you, Rabbi.
All the best, everybody. Yashikoya.
Be well.
Wow.
Tomorrow I have a doctor's appointment. I'll probably come to the first year, not the...
Okay, very well.
Take care. Be well.
All the best.
Have a great day.
Have a great day, everybody. Bye.